Hello, and welcome back to the Military Matrix. Today's breaking story comes from the front lines of the Russia-Ukraine war, where one of the most intense armored confrontations of the entire conflict has just taken place. This is not merely another tank skirmish. This is the moment Russia decided to send its most advanced T-90M Proryev main battle tanks directly into combat against the Western, supplied M1A2 Abrams and Leopard 2A6 tanks operated by Ukrainian forces, and what happened next has left analysts around the world stunned. As the situation unfolded, satellite footage and ground reports began circulating early this morning, indicating a major armored push by Russian units southwest of Kupiansk. According to military analysts, Russia deployed a formation believed to include at least a dozen T-90MS, supported by modernized T-72B3MS, infantry fighting vehicles, and heavy artillery cover. What made this push different from previous engagements was the decision to fight head-to-head against formations equipped with some of NATO's strongest armor, a combination of American Abrams and German Leopards that had only recently been repositioned to counter increased Russian movement in the region. Witnesses described the battlefield as a landscape of relentless artillery, swirling smoke, and drone activity overhead. But the spotlight quickly shifted to the armored clash itself, a confrontation that would test not just steel and firepower, but also tactical adaptation, battlefield awareness, and the ability of crews on both sides to survive in one of the deadliest environments of the war. The T-90M, often referred to by Russian state media as the country's most capable and modern tank, came into the fight boasting upgraded armor, the relict explosive reactive armor system, thermal imaging systems, and the advanced 125mm a 46M5 smoothbore gun with the capability to fire high-velocity Sabat rounds as well as guided anti-tank missiles. On paper, it is designed to challenge Western tanks head-on, offering a combination of mobility, protection, and firepower far superior to earlier generations. On the opposite side of the battlefield were Ukraine's crews operating the M1A2 Abrams and Leopard 2A6 units, tanks known for their advanced fire control systems, superior optics, high-penetration rounds, and exceptional frontal armor protection. The Abrams, equipped with composite armor that includes layers of depleted uranium in U.S. service models, offers some of the best crew survivability in the world. The Leopard 2A6, with its long, barrel 120mm Rheinmetall gun, is known for outstanding accuracy and long-range performance. This clash was not hypothetical. It wasn't theoretical testing. It was real, raw, and violent, an exchange of tank-on-tank fire that military experts have compared to some of the most intense armored duels seen in decades. According to early battlefield assessments, the Russian T-90M formation attempted a fast-paced thrust supported by electronic warfare units designed to disrupt drone reconnaissance. However, Ukrainian forces had already positioned an integrated network of surveillance drones, artillery observers, and forward reconnaissance elements. This meant the approaching T-90MS were detected long before they reached their intended strike positions. The first critical moment came when a Ukrainian drone identified the lead T-90M advancing along a tree line. Video footage shows the tank maneuvering aggressively, appearing confident in the protection provided by its reactive armor modules. But just minutes later, Ukrainian artillery began targeting the approaching formation, forcing the Russian tanks to disperse and push through open terrain, a decision that exposed them to direct line of sight engagements from the waiting Abrams and Leopard crews. The confrontation turned deadly almost instantly. Ukrainian tank crews, trained in Western gunnery techniques that emphasize first-shot accuracy and rapid target acquisition, engaged the first T-90M at long range. The Abrams fired a single APST round, the kind designed to slice through even the most advanced armor, striking the Russian vehicle squarely and disabling it within seconds. Footage shows the tank erupting into flames, its turret heavily damaged. This initial destruction shocked Russian troops, but the remaining T-90MS continued their advance, firing back with their own armor, piercing munitions. One shell fired by a Russian tank struck a Leopard 2A6 from the side, damaging its mobility but failing to cause a catastrophic kill. The crew escaped, and the tank was later towed to a repair point, a testament to the survivability of Western armor. As the firefight escalated, both sides used smoke screens, drones, and rapid repositioning to gain an advantage. But it quickly became clear that the T-90MS were struggling against the superior optics and targeting systems of the Abrams and Leopards. Even when firing from covered positions, Russian crews were often detected first, tracked, and struck with precision. Analysts point to several reasons for this. First, the thermal imaging on the Abrams and Leopard systems provides clearer visibility at long ranges and through heavy battlefield obscurance. Second, Western tanks are designed for quick reload times and rapid target switching, giving them an edge in mobile engagements. And third, Ukrainian crews appear to have received extensive training in both Western and combined arms doctrine, allowing them to use the tanks not as isolated platforms, but as components in a larger surveillance, supported kill chain. By the midpoint of the battle, Ukrainian sources reported that they had successfully neutralized multiple T-90MS, either through direct tank fire or coordinated drone strikes targeting weaker roof armor. In one instance, a Russian tank that attempted to retreat was hit by a top-attack munition from a Ukrainian drone, causing its ammunition compartment to ignite. The resulting explosion sent debris flying across the battlefield. Meanwhile, the Leopards and Abrams continued advancing cautiously, avoiding overexposure but pressing the advantage as Russian units began to fall back. Drones circled overhead, relaying real-time coordinates, while artillery provided constant suppression against Russian reinforcements. The most dramatic moment reportedly came when two T-90MS attempted a counteroffensive maneuver, emerging from behind a ridgeline and firing in quick succession at Ukrainian positions. One of the shots struck a Ukrainian fortification, causing significant damage, but the tanks were quickly spotted by a nearby Abrams, which fired 2 rounds in rapid succession. The first shot disabled the T-90M's turret controls, and the second struck its ammunition storage, causing a massive detonation. The second T-90M attempted to retreat, but was tracked by a Leopard 2A6, which fired a high-velocity round that penetrated the lower hull, immobilizing the tank and causing it to catch fire. The crew escaped, but the vehicle was later abandoned. By the end of the confrontation, confirmed visual evidence shows several destroyed or immobilized T-90MS, while Ukrainian forces reported minimal tank losses, primarily damaged vehicles that can be repaired. This outcome has sparked major discussions across defense circles about the real-world performance of the T-90M in high-intensity combat against Western main battle tanks. For years, Russian media promoted the T-90M as a near-invincible platform, superior to many NATO tanks. But this engagement demonstrates that battlefield performance depends on far more than hardware alone. Training, coordination, optics, and integration with modern surveillance platforms all play critical roles. And in this clash, Ukrainian forces used every advantage available to them. Experts stress that this does not mean the T-90M is ineffective. It remains one of the most advanced tanks Russia has ever produced, and in many circumstances, it can be highly dangerous. But against trained crews operating Abrams and Leopards, supported by drones and artillery, the T-90M faces significant challenges, especially in open terrain where long-range gunnery becomes decisive. For Ukraine, this engagement marks a significant morale boost and a validation of Western-supplied armor in real combat conditions. For Russia, the losses represent both a tactical setback and a symbolic blow, as the T-90M is not only costly but also limited in number. Each destroyed unit represents years of manufacturing effort and millions of dollars in material. As both sides prepare for continued fighting, analysts warn that armored warfare is evolving rapidly. Drones, precision artillery, electronic warfare, and modern optics are reshaping the battlefield at a pace unseen in decades. Tank-on-tank combat, once thought to be a relic of past wars, has proven to be very much alive, but with new rules and new vulnerabilities. Today's clash between the T-90M, the Abrams and the Leopard will be studied for years. It offers insight not only into the capabilities of modern tanks, but also into the future of warfare itself. The outcome serves as a stark reminder: in modern conflict, technology alone is not enough. Victory goes to those who combine equipment, intelligence, coordination, and rapid adaptation. This is the Military Matrix, bringing you the latest breaking updates from the front lines. Stay tuned, stay aware, and as always, we will continue to keep you informed as new details emerge.